right, we have loaded in.
Spawning in the bottom right corner, coming from Rocket Gaming, we have our blue Zerg. It is HyuN.
Spawning upper left of Frost. Our red Protoss looking to bring it back. It is Seed.
Da, 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 da.
Get the scores going on here, guys. 2 in favor of HyuN. Definitely a nice spot to be in the best of 5. A little wiggle room. Possibly do something cheesy, although I don't really
He can afford
see
it.
that out of HyuN.
Not on Frost, maybe.
Yeah.
But he could certainly afford it.
Maybe like a 2-base all-in or something like that. But again, Frost not a popular map for those kinds of plays.
Not going to be a 10 pool.
Nope.
Not going to be anything below that as well.
I think we'll see a gate expand out of Seed.
Pylon comes down in the main once again for Seed. Really enjoying his gate expand, despite it not working the last 2 games.
Honestly, what happened last game was essentially got caught out of position, and that was made in a Seed's aggressive abilities were totally disabled.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
and that was
do
so
anything.
painful.
Yeah, it was tough. Chronoing out these probes, not going for a gateway on 13, which is standard in the gateway expand. I think he's going Nexus first. Yeah.
That would be something.
He would have dropped the gateway already.
Pool first from HyuN.
Ooh, that's quite a combination. Gonna be some early lane aggression. Hopefully this Nexus first is able to stand up against that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he does with the pool first. We're going to see a hatch follow up. Looks like HyuN's just playing extra safe today. Not wanting to give up any easy games to Seed or any shenanigans he might have. Of course, he does not have the scout on Seed right now. So the pool first is a good way to go, especially if you fear some sort of cannon rush. 15 pool is the best way to avoid it.
He's not going to have a scout for quite a while, in fact. His overlord's pushing towards the incorrect bases. It's going to be a while before he knows his opponent is.
Both players completely blinded at this point.
Yep. C does not even attempt to scout just yet, just blindly Nexus first Sting. We're seeing another drone poke out, looking to drop that 3rd hatch on behalf of HyuN.
Despite not seeing his opponent, getting that 3rd hatch down before the 4-minute mark would have been the right response.
Yeah, they're both like greedy as crap out of nowhere, like blindly greedy.
Yep.
I guess 4-player maps really allow that wiggle room.
It certainly does. It takes time to get all the way across the map. You have the power of reinforcements at home should they decide to come across there, and if they ignore it, well, all the better for you.
Yep. Zealot popping out here, gonna be able to poke away this scouting Ling.
No wall again for Seed.
Nope. He's not much of a Forge fast expander, to be honest. We've not seen him do it yet.
Yeah, that was rather weird. We saw the Nexus first and still no Forge.
Yep.
Interesting build.
I think HyuN's sensing how vulnerable he is right now.
Yeah, when are we going to see the wall go up? HyuN may want some speedlings to kind of play around with what he's seeing here.
This one Ling still being super annoying. Refusing to leave. It won't die. Like,
overstaying its welcome,
God.
for sure. Just having a look around, casing the joint, so to speak.
The Stalker, all done with that. Pew pew. You dead, bro. Not seeing any big tech out of HyuN. We're seeing 2 gases dumped down, though, so we'll probably see some tech soon. Will it be roaches? Will it be mutas? Who knows? These 2 zealots poking away. This third is very far away from HyuN's main base, so queens have a very tough time poking out. We can see the 2 queens, or 1 queen, trying to make its way over there.
This doesn't seem like much, but this is kind of annoying because the queens can't reach that.
Yeah.
And if you engage right here, they're in danger of dying. I mean, the Lings are here to help, which is great timing from them to spawn right now. Those queens can then focus on the mothership core entirely. Getting the pick off there would be brilliant. Certainly put this plan on its head. Yeah. 2 zealots go down. And the 3rd is saved with only half HP loss. That'll regen. Even buildings have good health care here in Zergland.
Yep. Not too bad resources lost. Both players tied at 200.
So we reached the 100 gas the first time. Speed is elected to be chosen, as well as the Roach Warren, and then a lair.
Yep. Doing the Tekken. Twilight Council coming down from our Protoss player here.
Good scout going on in the main of Seed for HyuN. He sees what he needs to. The wall can be discovered just by a quick poke, so if he wants the other part of the picture, that's all he has to do. But with the Nexus first, it's easily assumed what makes up the front wall.
Yep, absolutely.
And if you're going to hide it, it's probably not going to go with the front wall anyway, so HyuN's seeing anything that he really needs to see right now.
Yep. No proxies coming out. No tech to really hide at this point. Looks like he's matching up for that standard 5/6 sentry stalker zealot push. HyuN has denied it really well these last couple games. He got kind of close to killing his third. Actually, did he kill his third one time?
Which game?
The first game.
I don't think so. HyuN's been in a very powerful position this series.
All right. A lot of gates coming down. That nice little Sim City coming out of sea. We see a lot of Protoss do this.
The walling on the cannon is very nice.
The 2-gate with holding back that cannon makes it tough for roaches to get that that cannon down, especially they only really can stand right along the ring here. Roaches coming out of HyuN, making their way across the map. We're also seeing Burrow, as well as Glio Reconstitution come out of the Roach King here. He's got all of his gases down, 6 currently rolling. Looking to pump. 20 supply head currently. Macroing like a beast. Ooh, is that a proxy spire like you just mentioned? Oh my goodness.
It's a beautiful thing. Look at that. It's glorious.
Yeah, it is.
It is absolutely glorious. Is the Phoenix going to see it?
No.
No.
It's
that's the idea.
Hallucination. Even if you do see it there, you may not even click on it because you go over it so quickly and don't quite notice what it is.
It was like a spore or spine or something. Like
really big spore.
Who would be crazy enough to do this? What sucks though, you kill that Overlord, that Spire starts to die.
That's true. That is true.
Phoenixes do kill Overlords sometimes.
They do that, although he's not making Phoenixes.
Oh yeah, that was just a hallucinated one. I'm hallucinating myself.
You are correct. Give me some whenever you're on Anoteros.
I'm on sleep deprivation. You can have some anytime you want.
Nice.
Just don't go to bed.
It's that easy, folks.
It's that easy. Start fumbling your words. Start forgetting your overlays.
Forgetting your videos.
Oh, the sentries creep up just in time to help out with some needy force fields.
Yep. Overly attached force fields.
One Ling is burrowed in the fray.
Force fields coming down again, separating the forces of HyuN. The burrow being quite useful, though.
He goes, okay, well then I'm going home.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Seed has established this third, and look how defensive this third is right now. It's absolutely a fortress. The Mothership, of course, hanging out near it as well. Could drop a Nexus cannon on it if need be. Stalker's pushing out once more, trying to get that map control going on, taking over the watchtowers.
A little concerned for the upgrade situation for HyuN. A little bit behind.
Just spotted that. The Warp Prism also moving in.
Well, the Spire also spotted that Warp Prism, so it's even.
We do see 2 Stargates coming down at the same time right now. Possibly going into Phoenix play.
Maybe some Void Rays? I mean, Phoenix would be great now that he saw the Spire. I think the original intent might have been Void Rays to deal with these roaches.
Yeah, but he's going to have to alter that plan. Ooh, a lot of Zealots warping in at the natural
that's
here.
Annoying.
Some Lings are here to defend, but these Zealots are quite good against that number of Lings.
Yeah, really in abusive spots right now, too. Taking on as few Lings as possible. Always want to get into that mineral line and take advantage of those melee blades. But these Mutas are going to clean this up. Immediately focus down the Warp Prism. That's enough Warp-ins for you, HyuN says. And he's going to focus down these Zealots without losing too much more. Maybe a handful of workers.
A lot of Mutas have just popped out for HyuN here. I'm going to get a good count of them.
18.
18. Almost about to hit that 20 number where they become very deadly.
2 Phoenix being chronoed out at a time for Seed in response to this Muta switch. Probably grab that upgrade relatively soon because what happened last game was absolutely devastating in the Muta department.
Yep.
Clean up on aisle everywhere last game.
Well said, well said. Clean up on aisle, Seed's pants.
Lings get in with ease.
Yeah, very nice. Going to be very distracting while he tries to defend against these roaches and mutas.
Yeah, you can't really force field mutas that well. The sentries immediately get picked off. The Phoenixes are here to help out. One immediately gets focused down. Almost a second one dies just to the ricochet.
They don't have anion pulse crystals, and they're not being microed very efficiently, so they're not taking as good a trades as they can.
Not being researched. I'd like to see this Forge get picked off. That would reset the upgrade counter.
Man, HyuN's moving in. This is very deadly from HyuN. I don't know if Z can hold this.
Doesn't look like it. Really doing a good job focusing down Stalkers with the mutas. He's going to have to fly away for a little bit because of these Phoenixes. Can't quite unburrow either underneath this army. Otherwise, those Phoenixes are going to lift all of those.
Only one observer. Not sitting in the base right now, so these roaches are undetectable. Undetectable. Meanwhile, poking at a third. Making his opponents stop mining.
Ready to evacuate.
Behind this, Anion Pulse Crystals is coming up. Another Stargate is coming up, trying to pump out the Phoenixes and prevent the muted death.
He needs to see some Corruptors mixed in for HyuN if he wants to survive these Phoenixes.
He's just doing that same thing, splitting his forces, poking at every base, one after another. Yeah, absolutely. These Phoenixes are able to poke away the Muta force here. He's going to back up, start massing up. We see him going for Templar Archives. I could see him going Zealot, Archon, Phoenix.
Man, Archon Phoenix would shut down Mutas so freaking hard.
It really would.
Oh, you'd be trying to look for a pawn shop on where to sell all of your Mutas. Try to get some money back. They go for a pretty good price. That would be an interesting mechanic if you could actually trade your units back in.
That would be very interesting. It would make switching text not terrible. Maybe you could trade in your upgrades too.
Obviously, the money you get back would be less.
Yeah.
It would kind of give you the shaft on the trade.
Maybe some race may get that as a mechanic, like a Terran mechanic, like recycle a unit. You
like a Marine into a Marauder.
Yeah,
or
you
something.
stuff it, maybe 2 Marines in a Marauder. You stuff it back into the barracks, and then bam, it changes into a Marauder.
So that's how you make a Marauder. You take 2 Marines, huh? And then, you get them, and you stuff them in a close quarters barracks.
Yep, get them drunk.
And eventually some Marauders are produced.
Yeah, they don't see women for a very long period of time, and magically they have a Marauder baby.
Interesting. Life finds a way.
The circle of life here on StarCraft. Dragon Invitational #1. Ooh, a lot of Phoenixes here. Gotta have to microwave from those mutas to throw the shots go down. Getting into the natural, into the main of Seed, trying to do the damage to the economy.
The Phoenixes have arrived. The Archons are stuck outside, though. The base has to
can't
fall,
get
and
inside.
the Mutas just casually stroll away, whistling.
And this main's going to go down, too. I think Seed's in a very bad position.
Oh,
He
wow.
could
Those
just
Zealots
GG
are not going to be
here.
able to clean that up at all unless it tries to hug the Nexus somehow, but then who's going to clean up the Lings? You're right. It's false. Fleet Beacon just sits there watching.
Why aren't you doing anything, Fleet Beacon?
Why, Fleet Beacon? Why? 14 Corruptors coming out as well as +2. These Phoenixes have seen better days.
Gonna beat up on some Overlords to feel good about themselves. But the Corruptors are coming out and are going to be dealing with them. We see Seed's going all in. He definitely knows this is make or break it time. I gotta do the damage or get out.
So he can still cast Corruption on the army on the low ground. This engagement's going to be rather interesting. With the Roaches here to help, this could go in favor of HyuN very quickly. All of the Phoenixes are being focused down by the Corruptors. The
Zealots
are pretty much thinned out.
The Zealots were blocked in by his own force fields right there. Like, the Zealots just derped around for a moment.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, like shooting Protons in a barrel.
Like shooting a Zealot in a force field.
Yep.
Like winning this damn series.
Yeah, looking that way. 19 more Roaches coming in. They're going to come in as reinforcements against these Stalkers, and I just don't think he has the numbers to compete against HyuN. HyuN currently in a 50 supply lead, burying the Roaches, getting the health back.
And the last Archon falls.
Yep.
Corruption has been cast on the majority of these Stalkers, allowing for extra damage output from
Sentries
these
going
roaches.
down. Sentries are all dead. Stalkers blinking like mad, trying to make the trades happen, but looking like it is game in favor of
Forward
HyuN.
pylon is missing
Yep.
because the
GG.
creep spread. GG comes out.